Good morning, sensational ones. This is Kim from Real Life Funtopia at Real Life Fruitopia. Today I'm feeling encouraged. I'm feeling grateful. I'm feeling thankful. For what, you ask? Well, it's for all the citrus here at Real Life Fruitopia. And this morning when I was making this juice out of the oranges, I thought, wow, I would have never have believed 15, 20 years ago that I would be living in a place that produced organic oranges 24/7, 365 days of the year, mainly because of my brilliant partner, George, who has somehow managed to plant every kind of citrus you can imagine that produces every single month. Many people ask me, what do you do with all that fruit and all those vegetables? There's just two of you. Do you sell it? Do you give it away? Well, actually we consume it all because, as you've seen from many of my posts here on Facebook, we've been plant-based for almost 12 years. That's vegan, which is not eating any meat, dairy. We haven't had any eggs or cheese. Now, we do have these things that are plant-based because right now, everything you eat can be plant-based. So we do consume all of our fruits, share it with the birds, and then sometimes we bless people with it. Today, I'm making orange juice out of the last oranges on one of the trees. This tree has been producing oranges for the last, I don't know how many months, 6 to 8 months. So this is, I think we have 2 more bowls left to go to pick from the tree. So here goes. We're going to make a juice. Oh yeah! Fresh orange juice. Normally when I make juice, I make it in the Breville juicer. But today I did the Vitamix because I wanted to leave a lot of the pith and a lot of the orange parts. So next up, we're going to have a glass of orange juice to start the day. Okay, I wasn't planning on making a long video, but I got inspired. George can do that to you, and so can orange juice. I'm going to do it back to front. I'm going to start with the babiest, youngest trees. This is a Mandarin Orange, which was just purchased not too long ago, maybe a year ago. And as you can see, citrus does really well in Melbourne, especially when you have Farmer George, who has a green thumb. Anyway, what's so exciting here at Funtopia is we have so many different trees at different stages. This is another this is another dwarf lemon tree. Both of these are dwarfs because George was getting tired of doing so much pruning. So he decided to add this dwarf lemon tree. And the reason he did this was mainly because of me. We do have other varieties of lemon from mature trees in the back, but I love the Meyer lemon. It's got so much juice in it, and it's smaller than the Lisbon that we have in the back. So this is a new tree, also a year old, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen here with the growth. This is also a blood orange tree that we purchased recently. And for those of you that don't know, that are from my neck of the woods in the United States, especially in the cold parts that don't grow citrus, this orange tree has a red flesh, and you might see it at some of your stores there, like Walmart. It's called blood orange. Okay, you're wondering how I am out in the garden. Well, I know that you like a lot of content on the trees because George has told me that you love tree content. So instead of talking about recipes today, I just got inspired to show you the citrus as I see it from my perspective. This was a kumquat tree that we bought together, and we bought it over at Ken's nursery, and it was filled with kumquats the first year, and I didn't do much with it, and I kept on nudging George and encouraging him to do something about this tree producing. So just in the last year he did his magic, and as you've probably seen it on his previous videos, it is loaded with kumquats. So I'm excited for the first year to make kumquat jam. So if you're experienced in making kumquat jam and you have a good recipe, it's quick and easy, just put it down in the posts. I'd like to see it. So why am I showing you all these trees, these citrus trees? Well, because today I'm feeling grateful for all the citrus, and not only today but every day. I don't know how he did it, but he planned that there would be citrus 24/7, 365 days of the year. On top of it, it's exciting when a new citrus tree is ready to harvest. Okay, over the years, George took all the hedges that were lined up here and all the trees that were lined up and the big fern trees, and pulled them out, and told me he wanted to plant bananas and fruit trees down the driveway, which I thought, this is crazy, but that's what he did. Anyway, I wanted to show you here the newest mandarin that is producing fruit. Not that it's new, is producing fruit now at this time of the year. I think it's a Japanese mandarin, can't remember exactly, but I went in here before. I saw that George was making a video this morning and he missed it, but I saw that there was some kind of critter in here that took a bite out of the Japanese Mandarin Orange, and I thought it was really funny because I don't know if it was a bird or if it was a possum that was saying, "Ha ha, I got a bite of your orange," and there is it looks like a smiley face. Isn't that funny? I always think of my sister Peggy, who lives in Siesta Key, Florida, and I think of her a lot when I pick these Mandarin oranges, because when we were kids living in Illinois, it was really cold and we loved Mandarin oranges, but we always got them in the tin can, and I never would have imagined back then that I'd be picking them from the trees. Okay, this is in the driveway too. It's a key lime. Again, I'm just doing the citrus today. The oranges got me excited about sharing all the citrus we have here, and this is great for key lime pie, if you like a little gin and tonic with your lime, or you can use it in so many different ways. This is one of my favorite citrus. These are the new fruits. We just finished off on this. This is the pomelo. I think I showed it to you yesterday, the one in the back. This here is called the Nam Roi, which is a Vietnamese one, and it actually is one of my favorites. Okay, this big puppy was loaded. Like I told you earlier, this is what I was juicing this morning, and it's got the new oranges that are coming for next year already. But I don't know if it's been 6 or 8 months that we have been just going wild with this orange tree, doing all kinds of things with it. If you look on the top, it's time for George to pretty soon start pruning some of the tops of these trees. He's got his work cut out for him, but he just does it in the now, so it makes it a lot easier, so there's not a lot of stress. And this will be one of the trees that he'll be pruning and cutting back a little bit. There's still about 2 bowls, believe it or not, in the middle of this that are left. Okay, here's another one of our favorite citrus that'll be coming soon. This is the Tangelo. And this is one of George's favorites, and he really did a nice prune on this one back, I don't know, maybe it's been 2 months or so ago. And this here was as full as the other tree. He always likes to open up the middle to get more light Now, I've never been a fruit tree person because I lived in the cold for the first 50 years of my life in the Windy City. So all these things were new to me. My grandfather, Francis, he used to farm, but we never grew citrus or any of that when I was back in Illinois. This other monster I talked about yesterday, it was the other lime tree, the Tahitian lime. And I'm very thankful, especially in my cooking for this one. I talked about it yesterday, but this year there's so many. And what I do with these limes, because I do use them 24/7, is I cut them in slices and freeze them. And I also freeze them whole. And then I can use them all year round. Although this tree and the key lime in front will keep on keeping on. I'm not sure, but I think this is the Lisbon. I think it's pretty similar to the really old one we have in the back of the lemon tree. George, in the last couple years, did a major cutback of that tree. So we've been using a lot of these lemons, and I had asked him about a year ago if he would get us another lemon tree, mainly because we do go through so many lemons, and because of the juice that's involved. These have a thicker skin, and I tend to like the newest dwarf that he planted, but I still like these. And we use these in many different things. A favorite drink that we make from these lemons is mint and lemon and a little bit of a sweetener of your choice. Sugar, coconut sugar, regular, whatever you want to put in it. And that makes a really nice, with some ice, a really nice lemonade. Mint lemonade, that is. I think we picked it up when we were in Indonesia. It's a popular drink. I'm continuing my day of being grateful, or well, I'm grateful 24/7, but I'm grateful for this grapefruit. We just finished the grapefruit, and it just produced so many this year, and it was so much fun. We took a lot of the grapefruits with us to the beach. We had a lot for breakfast, but I love grapefruit as well. And as you can see, the new crop, I don't know if you can see the fruit, but the new crop is coming hard and fast too. I like this mature orange in the back. I can't think of what the name of it is, the variety, but it produces a lot of oranges for us in winter. And as you can see, it's going to have another great crop this year. And I'm thankful for you, orange tree. He's cut it back quite a bit. As you can see in the trunk, it's one of the more mature orange trees that we have here. This is another favorite mandarin tree that just finished, and we have been picking like crazy. I just noticed there's some yellow leaves, so I'm sure Farmer George is on top of it, so we'll have to see what that's about. I love this mandarin too. I'm trying to think if this was maybe this was the Murcott. I get mixed up. Another orange tree that comes at the end of winter and spring, and it's loaded this year too. You can see all the green oranges that are coming. Yummy orange juice. Hey, I'm always wanting to grow and learn, so if you have any other ideas with oranges, just put it in the comments and let me know. Thanks. I talked about this Kaffir Lime, which it looks like he's going to have to cut back. The balls are used for many things. I know in Thailand they had even put some of these Kaffir Lime balls, instead of chemicals, they put these in the urinals. Which was interesting. And I have made shampoo with these, and the leaves I've made salad dressing, as I mentioned yesterday. But this is another tree that citrus that I'm thankful for. Of course, the pomelo, which is an oversized grapefruit really, but it's got a different flavor. I showed you the Vietnamese one, Nam Roi, in front, and this is another variety, but it's packed. this year, and these will be all of the pomelos that we will be partaking in. It looks like there's one left from last season. Okay, I'm going to end the video here at the two oldest citrus trees. When I first arrived here in Australia 15 years ago, this was mature then, and I enjoyed this mandarin so much. George really gave it a big chop. I think it was a year or two ago, and this would have so many mandarins on it. And we used to make mandarin juice, I remember, when we'd come back and forth on holidays in the winter. But it's got a lot of fruit this year after he's done the big prune. But it brings back many memories when I first came here. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, these Mandarin Orange trees, they make me think of my sister, Peggy. I'm sure I forgot some of the citrus, but I'm going to end it here at our oldest lemon tree. This tree used to have at least 500 lemons on it, and it was like the centerpiece when I first got here in the middle of the garden. But as the fruit forest garden evolved, Banana Daddy, Farmer George, had some other ideas. And so what he did is a couple years ago he pruned this back so that it would cause more light in here so that we could have more fruit trees growing. And again, a lot of ground cover here that could be edible. So again, this lemon tree, I don't see any new lemons for this year, so we'll have to see, but he gave it a really hard cut. And I'll stop from here, and I'll just encourage you, if you live at a place that you can plant an orange tree, and even if you don't, you know, creating a microclimate in your house like George has done all over the place here, with some of the other fruit trees, because oranges grow really good in Melbourne. I'd encourage you to plant some citrus. You know, George was only 38 years old when he started this, and who would have known that even our lifestyle of eating would have changed, and that this would become our major source of food. Again, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. As you're aware of, I'm practicing my video skills to learn how to use the camera. I sort of am more on my laptop than I am on the phone for the last 15 years, so I've fallen behind. And now I'm falling ahead because I'm getting better by practicing my video skills. So again, thank you for watching, and come back again as I get inspired. I'll keep on practicing and making videos about some of the food that I create here at Funtopia, and some of the things in our real life Funtopia fruit forest. Have a great day, and please share this with friends that you'd like to encourage to plant fruit trees. Maybe they're your children or grandchildren, and put a like. Thank you. Have a great day.